Hello people that in the house doing. Today I'm happy. A bit happy. Hopefully this might change people from Dublin illegally in Cavan. Because I have to declare it and I have to say it. If the council are not going to say it, I have to say it. There is an emergency in this county. With the amount of bags and the amount of general big lumps of stuff being dumped in woods and in beautiful natural beauty areas. There's just full with bags of litter and the county's basically in a mess. And I'm saying, I've said it so many times, our Cavan especially is desperate at the moment in time. And I'm happy that the council are bringing in on the spot fines. No more, hopefully it'll be no more. There will be court cases. They're going to try and bring on the spot fines of €75 on the spot. Like if you get caught, it'd be fined €75 on the spot without even any court fine. So they're trying to bring this in. They're desperately trying. But they will be going to every household in Cavan and asking, do you have a bin? What do you do with your rubbish? And I will say to people, if you go to the dump, please have your dump receipts. The council, we're trying their best. Like, this is something that obviously I'm dealing with every day. I'm dealing with illegal dumping. As a follower, I'm not even on the council. I know how bad it is. And comes from somebody who is doing extremely, working with what resources. Like, I have no government resources. I have no government resources. I have no state resources. I have no county resources. Like, all the bags and everything, it's funded by voluntary private investments from people from the tiny towns in Bullets Bridge. And we're not funded the top by the council. And we go above and beyond what we're supposed to do. That's especially me, because I'm on the litter department. I'm doing posting in Bullets Bridge tiny towns on the litter department. So, and you know what, we basically act like the council, because that's literally what we are, to be honest. Because I do, the unbelievable. We walk bank holidays, we walk Christmas Day, we walk New Year's Day. We're going to walk every day, no matter the holiday. No, I even think it'd be on my own funeral if I don't mind saying that. But I'm happy that the council are going to increase the fines too. With court cases, obviously the court system is jammed up, and as I was saying to some county councillors, there's no need to bring it to the courts. Just find them on the spot. Enough is enough. Time for action instead of sitting down looking at people dumping bags. And I'm happy that they increased it from 65 to 75 now on the spot. I know people probably say that's harsh, but it is. We're not doing this to be ignorant to people. I really want to say this to people. People who can't afford to get rid of their waste. As I said, go to the council and say, look, this is what the situation I'm in. And the council appreciate you going to them. God knows the word appreciated. But what's happening now to our environment and what's happening to our beautiful Cavan, some places are turned into dumping ground. And it's spreading diseases, it's spreading general discontent around Cavan. There's some beautiful places, some historical places in Cavan that have been here for 300, 500 years. And there's people just firing rubbish onto it and painting graffiti on it. And they don't give a damn. Simple stand, you could find them €6,000 and they still wouldn't give a damn. And as I said, them people, they don't deserve, to even be allowed to even go near any of these places. And I just say to people, if you can't afford to get rid of your rubbish, go to your local council. Say, look at here, I can't afford, can you please take it from me? Because I'm telling you something, the council would appreciate it. Because I would appreciate if somebody came up to me and said, look, I have nowhere to throw this rubbish, I'm desperate here, I have no money at all to get rid of it. I take the bags off them and said, fair play, thank you for coming, because I would be happy, because it saves, it's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie to people, it's a lot of work to deal with loads of bags, especially when rats, and it is a health and safety. The other day, I'm in work experience for the council, 1 day a week. And, yesterday I was dealing with 6 legal bags of rubbish dumped, and they were, they were a mess. They were a complete mess. There was rats tearing at them, there was dead animals around it. I had no mask, I only had my hat on, I had obviously a big Lubford jacket on me. But, I could have got any of the disease. And, and I'm a volunteer, I'm not even getting paid, I'm not even getting a cent for it. And, out of them 6 bags cost the taxpayer €400 to get rid of. Them stuff that was lying around it and everything. That cost €400 for the taxpayer to get rid of. So just think about that. You're not affecting. People think when they're throwing bags out, the taxpayer hasn't bothered to pay for it. But the taxpayer has to pay for to get rid of the bags. And, it was generally a mess. It wasn't nice. I wouldn't even wish them my worst enemy, just smelling decomposing animals around me. It wasn't nice. And I wouldn't wish them my worst enemy. I wouldn't even wish them people who were doing community service, because it was that bad. And I'm saying to people, it was that bad and it was that disgusting stuff was in it. Like, the bags were literally just, was literally couldn't, I had to literally lift everything out of the bag to get it into the other bag, to the new bag I had, because it was that bad. And to hear somebody who said doing it for 4 years was terrible. Like, I'm not going to lie to people, it's really terrible. So I welcome the council bringing these new laws, because it desperately needed. And I will say it again, the council can't do everything. We need to help the council police this, obviously. We need to help the guards and the council police this as much as humanly possible. So I'm saying to anybody, and I'm saying this to the people at Cavan, there's people following too. If you see anybody dumping a bag, get their license plate. Try, if you can, possibly stop them. Obviously, try and possibly stop them. Do a citizen in the West. But don't put yourself in danger. But try and get their license plate. Try and get something that can identify them. And obviously inform the council straight away. I know people are saying the council won't do anything. Like, some people rang into the council 6 years ago about 2 bags, and the council never bothered even look and see about it. I understand that. I can understand why people think it's pointless to ring in the council because they won't do it. But I would say to people, ring into the council, the report at least. Because, we need the crackdown. This is our county. We can't let it turn into a dumping ground. And, if I ever become head of Cavan County Council, by God, there will be no litter in this county. By God, I'm telling you this now. You think it's bad now with the fines. You have to see if I get into Cavan County Council, if I'm the head of the council in Cavan, my good God, the poor people who be throwing litter, Jesus Christ, because they literally would get such a big fine that they wouldn't be able to, lift the bag in their life, because I literally have them doing community service every 10 seconds of the day. Because that's how bad it would be. Because if you let's put it this, if you mess with me, I'm going to mess with you terribly, and that's the way I walk. But if you're fair with me, I'd be fair with you. If you say I did it, like, people always try and defend themselves and say, it wasn't me. Anyway, I'm putting you in the job. And I'm like, I'm not even on the council, so why are you even blaming me for getting money for this? I'm not even getting sent for this. And, that's the typical thing you come across with people. People just want to just blame somebody else and blame the council for, doing the job, and blame me for doing my job, and not even my job. But I just say to people, if you're one of them people who just throw bags, just look at yourself in the mirror. And, if you're going to say to the council, you're going to say to the girls, why should I bother even picking that back up because I threw it there? Why should I do it? Like, that's common thing you hear. Why should I do it? Why should I do it? And, and the people threw them, like, one time somebody threw a mattress and they wouldn't bother, the guards got them and everything, they wouldn't bother to lift it. They wouldn't, literally would like the guards go down and lift use. And, like, this is classical, just absolutely doesn't give a damn about the environment, doesn't give a damn about law, and doesn't give a damn about order in this country. But I would say to people, please walk with the council, please walk with me if you are living in Cavan, please walk with me. Like, I'm not doing this to annoy anybody, I'm not doing this to be a burden on anybody's life. If people if people follow the law, and people do, what the right thing, and say to the council, I can't afford to get rid of this rubbish, I'm never going to have a problem with anybody. But people who just intentionally dump legal dump and just they have fun of it, and sometimes just because they couldn't be bothered to pay for it, and like, it's not the poor people who be dumping. I'm not going to lie to people. It's not poor people who be dumping. I see some rich people dumping, and and then they never looked at, they never looked into, just forgotten about. That's really what happens. But anyway, take fortune, subscribe for more, and bye.